welcome to episode 2 of Into the Garbage Chute, where we'll be discussing episode 3 of The Bad Batch, which I will now lovingly refer to as 4 men and a little lady. It's Jake Quellen here. I will be hosting this week, and first let's say hello to everyone. Mr. Deacon, you hosted
Obi-Wan Kenobi's a bitch.
Oh, man.
Motherfucker.
No trigger words, please.
Oh, man.
You son of a bitch.
So Ms. V's a little fired up. But now she gets to drop some more Clone Wars knowledge on. Maybe it'll bring her back down to earth.
It's going to take a lot of lavender and soothing essential oils to bring me back down.
Okay. I'm sorry. Tommy D, how you liking chilling on the couch instead of pushing buttons?
I'm kind of digging it. I like it. My cat came to join me. She's knocked the hell out. So no, I'm liking it.
It's nice to see the set and all of your memorabilia.
Hopefully we'll be able to get people onto the set at some point in the very near future.
Yeah. And I guess finally we have everyone's favorite masshole, Daddy Louie.
Yeah.
Hello, children.
Boo.
We hate Louie.
Fuck that guy.
Hey.
Okay, so we're talking about The Bad Batch. We all know that I have questions because I don't know anything. So I've been trying to watch some Clone Wars this week. So thanks, Ms. V, for the suggestions. I think I'm actually going to post that on the Facebook page. So if you are catching up with me, I'm going to post a list of Ms. V's suggestions on the specific episodes of Clone Wars that you need to see to know what's going on, because it was a really great list.
Specifically ones that focus on either the culture of the clones during the Clone Wars, or anything that really will tie into the Bad Batch or the inhibitor chips, or anything that you really need to know to kind of watch the Bad Batch. I mean, I obviously watch everything, but there are some specific episodes that, at least thus far, that you need to watch. And if there is anything that I like in the next episodes that I see, I will definitely add to that list for everyone.
Yeah. And it's been great. I haven't made it through the whole list, but it's definitely gotten me into this. And every episode I'm like, oh, this is why that one, and this is why that one. So it's really excellent. Thank you so much.
Do you mind if I ask what episodes that I've suggested that you watched so far?
I think I'm through the season 3. I've watched like 5 or 6 episodes.
Nice. Yeah. Good job.
Because I realized that background watching doesn't work very well with my ADHD brain. So, yeah. Anyway, so I want to start this week with maybe the most startling thing that happened in the episode. So we're learning that Jango Fett's baby batter is degrading or whatever. And we have some new recruits, and that's why the episode's called The Replacements. What? At least that's what I'm assuming. That's why it's called that. Yeah.
All right.
So
God,
good soldiers follow orders. Louis, what do you think about Crosshair in charge?
So Crosshair is an interesting character. We talked in our previous podcast about people doing, like, I guess it's hard to, I don't know what I'm trying to say. I want to like him, and I want to feel sorry for him, because I think that the rest of the squad does, especially Hunter in this episode. He's like, we shouldn't have left him behind. Somebody else had said to him, don't blame him. It's not his fault. It's what he's programmed to do. So I want to like him. but it's really difficult to get behind a character that's that menacing, right? So we haven't seen in Star Wars, we really haven't seen too much death, like blatant, like killing, you know what I mean? We saw Anakin in Revenge of the Sith kill the younglings, right? And we saw him, I mean, I guess he also killed the Tusken Raiders in episode 2.
But the younglings, that was implied. That was
well, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
We've seen a lot of implied murder.
Sure.
I mean, we haven't seen a lot of implied murders. You know what I mean? Like, we've seen troopers fall. Obviously, lots of Clone Wars stuff. You see troopers fall.
But this episode
to deliberately
was different.
see like innocent
up,
people.
Good
Like, I mean, this was innocent people, right? Like,
yeah,
we didn't see them die. Again, it was implied, but
one of those troopers had a flamethrower. I mean, what?
Right.
And she utilized it.
Right.
Yeah.
It's tough. I mean, I don't.
It was a dark episode.
Yeah, and you know, looking towards the future, I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know.
If I may, I'd kind of tag on what you were saying, because I also want to really feel bad for Crosshair, because as we're seeing, and it's something that we experienced vividly in the Clone Wars. We kind of saw the after effects of with Kanan Jarrus in Rebels. The betrayal of the clone troopers was devastating, absolutely devastating. And it's something that's absolutely heartbreaking. These characters that we've loved, that we have seen the good in for years and years and years, do the utmost terrible thing. And I think for Crosshair, what I'm struggling with is we have those 3 or 4 episodes of Clone Wars where we meet him, and he's always been kind of like quiet. You know, we don't really get to know him at his core as a good person. Like we have people like Rex or Cody or Wolf or the other clone troopers. So when he turned, what we had was a character who was already aloof. And, you know, so it's like, is this who he is, or is this the inhibitor chip? And we don't really know for sure. Because we are basically told in the episode before that his inhibitor chip worked, kind of. Like, it didn't turn him immediately into a murderer, but like geared him that way. So it's like, well, how much of that in his actions is just him? So it's really hard to like pity a character that you don't know, like, if his inhibitor chip hadn't functioned at all, would he have been like, well, they're killing these guys, those are orders, you know? And I think that's what's the struggle for me to really pity and feel bad for him, is I don't know what he would be without that chip malfunction.
But didn't they like pump it up? Like they amped it up so that he just is like
in this episode.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We haven't heard a lot from Mr. Deacon. What do you think about? I couldn't believe that moment. What did you think about it?
When it comes to like, everybody's talking about crosshairs. We really, like I said, we really don't know how affected he was by his chip. I think regardless of that chip, whether he had it or not, he was going to be, like he said, the good soldier. Because even when Hunter told him this, he pretty much listened to Hunter. Now Hunter's not the leader no more. Now he's going to listen to Admiral Tark. That's just, he just follows orders. But you can see that he has a conflict, that something is bothering him.
Thanks for taking the time to watch this week's Into the Garbage Chute clip. We hope you enjoyed it. If you did, and you want to see more, head over to patreon.com/Circle of Nerds to unlock more exclusive content than you could possibly imagine.
I don't know, I can imagine quite a bit.
You'll get it.
Or if you'd just like to show your support, patreon.com/Circle of Nerds is the way.
This is the way.
This is the way.
Your love and support keeps us ad-free, allows us to expand, and will help us finally fix that hyperdrive.
Help if I got out and pushed.
Captain Turner.
Mike!
But if you're not ready for that level of commitment, you can always listen to the show in its entirety on iTunes, iHeart, Pandora, Spotify, or wherever you get podcasts. Make sure to subscribe so you never miss an episode.
Do it.